Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Boss Rush Podcast, a great place to play games and be better. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, is the PC muscle race himself, LeRon Dawkins.
Hey, everybody. What's poppin'?
Hey, LeRon.
Hey, what's up?
No sleeves today. No sleeves February. I missed the memo, apparently.
I know. I didn't want them to riot because last week I had that very nice, snug, cozy shirt, and I loved it. But I was like, if I do sleeves 2 weeks in a row, people are gonna get mad.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna come after you. Speaking of coming, also here is PK Power, Pat Klein.
Wow.
Coming with power.
Okay. Coming with power. That is the name of my sex tape.
Oh, God.
Also not wearing sleeves, too. Because
LeRon
told us to not wear sleeves.
He did. And
Corey, just go ahead and
What do you want?
Close off your camera and get a muscle shirt or a tank top and come right back.
No, they're all the way upstairs, and I don't like them.
Get your steps in.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm good. I got enough in today.
LeRon wanted to see my ink, so
yeah, I did.
We're showing off some of that ink. It's still in the progress of being made, but I just recently did like this side about 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna end up doing the inside here in about another 2 weeks, and hopefully we might even start some color.
That's looking very fresh.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. I do not have any color. I'm wearing all black as usual, but it's fine. It's okay. It's fine.
Never let go of your emo phase.
I never was. That's the thing.
You should be. It's good.
Yeah,
you'd like it.
I don't know, man. They're sad and mopey all the time, and well, I guess I am too. So
sounds like you.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Damn, Pat, you're wow, like 3 minutes in, you're already on a roll.
He walked into that.
I did. My ex-girlfriend did want to pierce my eyebrow and my lip at one point, but I didn't let her. So
I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially the lip. I don't know. Maybe eyebrow, maybe, but the lip. That seems like it'd hurt, and I'd probably just be like, playing with it, like moving it around and just like trying to chew on it.
Yeah. Plus, like, what if it gets ripped out and it's gonna hurt? Dude,
have you ever seen the
Nope.
Well, you probably haven't seen the movie Final Destination.
I've seen enough.
The Bloodlines one has it has a guy with a lot of piercings, and let me tell you, they did some things with those piercings in that movie.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the latest one?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. By the way, you know how I know my phone's been listening to me? Speaking of scary movies, somebody brought something up at work the other day, and they were talking about, we at sometimes when I do get a small break, we go into our meeting room and play this movie game called Movie Grid, which we should probably play on we could probably play on this show at one point. I think that'd be cool to play on the show, on the live show. But basically what it'll do is give you like 3 categories and 3 actors, and you have to find like a movie that matches that category with each actor. And like the lower the percentage, the higher your score. Like, this many people, like 2% of people pick this movie, so your score will be higher, but 30% of people pick this movie, so your score would be lower. There were like horror movies attached to some of these actors, and like it was picking up the movies that we were talking about. Now all I see are like really disturbing horror movies clips on Facebook. Like the Facebook reels that come through are like horror movie related. I'm like, I don't like horror movies. I don't want to see this.
Corey, we all live in a horror movie, so
True.
Yeah.
You gotta get used to it.
Yeah. Well, I'm still trying to get used to everything else. So, anyways, speaking of everything else, we're here. Talk about video games. Let's anybody been doing anything interesting with their life? Pat, I'm going your way first. What you playing or doing or watching anything interesting, new,
Me?
different?
Well,
old?
Because of I've actually been I have been really working hard to make sure that I don't try to buy like every new thing that comes on the market. Like it is a test of patience and of will, and just telling myself that eventually this game is going to be like 30% off at some point and I can get it done. Even though they may be getting some pretty good reviews. But there are some games that I do pick up because of the fact I need to. Like Yakuza Kiwami 3.
Yeah.
Did just come out. Massive Yakuza fan. So, of course, this is one of those games that I'm okay in putting up on the front and, playing it right when it comes out. So, how is it? It's, you know what? It's not bad. It's not the most amazing game out there. Like it feels of a lesser quality than some of the other Yakuza games. Maybe because of the voice acting. I am playing it on English this time because it's the first time you can actually play this game in English. And Kiryu kind of has he's kind of monotonous and doesn't like put a whole lot of emotion into his voice, which is great when he goes into dad mode because this game has a very big theme on family. What's happening now is that he's officially out of the Yakuza, and he is he's the head of an orphanage of kids. So he's taking care of like a whole bunch of little kids, and there's some really good like themes that come up and like touching moments. For example, there's a scene where one of the girls was missing. She turned out to be on the beach, and she was upset because someone at school, made fun of her because she didn't have parents. And Kiryu sat her down and, explained his past about how he didn't have parents when he was young too, and that the people that meant the most to him weren't even related to him, like the person who raised him. And he then, concluded to the girl that, hey, just because I'm not your blood doesn't mean that I'm not your family. And just because your, brothers and sisters here at the orphanage aren't related to you by blood doesn't mean that they aren't your family. These are the people that care for you and that, they want you to be happy. And it's like this is good stuff. This is one of the things I absolutely love about the Yakuza series is that it does have amazing moments of like those tender moments. It does tell a very good story. But then when you start doing the side stuff, that's when you get the batshit crazy things going on. One of the big side missions in this game is you become the leader of an all-female motorcycle gang, sorry. And your job is to stop this takeover of another motorcycle gang from basically taking over Okinawa, as well as the entirety of Japan, apparently. So it's a little bit out there. Some of the other side quests involves like fighting a guy in a turtle costume who, is super fast. He also goes by Master Kami. That must mean turtle or something. I don't know. But the game does have some controversial things going on with that. It's kind of had a history when they first announced it, that they announced one of the voice actors in the game is actually a known sex offender in Japan.
Is that what happened with 4 also?
I don't know what happened with 4. Unfortunately, that may be before my time, before I got into the series, and I haven't played 4. But this one had someone it's photographic proof. This guy assaulted women.
Oh,
And yeah, and they still hired him. There was a whole campaign to try and get him removed, and they the company finally acknowledged the guy, but they acknowledged him in almost a promoting way by saying, "Oh, this actor is great. The way he portrays his character is just so creepy. Like, you meet this guy in real life, he's just so creepy, and he just portrays that into the character that he's playing." It's like, I don't know if this is quite the flex that you really want this to be.
yeah.
So that it's kind of marred in that history. Apparently, they also kind of retconned some stuff in the game, as well as this game was a very long game for the when the original was. It had well over 100 side quests, and apparently they cut it down to like 30 something. So they trimmed a little bit of the fat, and so some people are like, I don't know if that's a good thing. Personally, I think that's all right, because there were too many side quests to begin with.
Well, plus they're on like the 8th game with like just as many spin-offs, and I'm sure to get people into the series, they know people are replaying these games, or playing these games for the first time because they're just re-releasing on modern platforms. So
yeah. No, I remember trying out Yakuza 3 after I beat Kiwami 2 several years back, and going from Kiwami 2 to Yakuza 3 was really hard, because 3, I believe, was still a PlayStation 2 game, maybe. It might have been like early generation PlayStation 3, but it was hard to look at. The controls were kind of iffy. It didn't feel as good as like the later Yakuzas have felt. So Kiwami 3 is refreshing to me, and hopefully I can go from 3 and then actually move on to 4, and hope that one's a little bit better.
are you going to play the remastered version of 4, or are you going to wait for the Kiwami version, even though they kind of came out and said they aren't going to do Kiwami 4 and 5, which is like, you've come this far, you might as well. Might as well.
Well, what they meant is that it wouldn't necessarily be a Kiwami game. It would be a new series or something. And I think that's kind of what they were trying to do with, if the rumors are true and how they retcon 3, I think that might be the way they're going, is that it might be kind of a redirection with some of the original. Because in the history, they tried, Yakuza 4, they tried to move on to a new protagonist in Yakuza 4, but they still had Kiryu in it. And then Yakuza 5, I think, had 4 different characters that you could play as in that game, like 4 different stories. So they had tried to get rid of Kiryu. In fact, Yakuza 6 was really supposed to be the last one with Kiryu in it, and that's why they moved to 7 with Ichiban Kasuga. But they also brought in Kiryu there, and that's why we now have him in number 8, which also they are tried to get rid of him by giving him cancer.
Can't beat that dragon.
No, I mean, you can try to beat that dragon, but man, that dragon's just gonna bite back.
Yeah.
I never got into Yakuza the way I guess I should have, because I mean, like, everybody basically flocked to the Yakuza series because like it was filling a void that Shinmu left behind, and I just I just never quite saw it that way, so I just never got into it. And now it's like this long, expansive, like game, series, which is not bad. Like I look at it, and, like it's very entertaining. Like I've watched people's let's plays and walkthroughs and all that stuff, and it's very entertaining. I do like the Like a Dragon, like the actual Like a Dragon game they came out before they rebranded the whole thing as Like a Dragon.
Yep. Yeah, no, that was the original Japanese title.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
So
yeah.
they thought it was a good chance to rebrand it because it was a whole new hero. So the Like a Dragon series. Well, no, I can't really say that because they also called the samurai one Like a Dragon Ishin, and they called the Kiryu Like a Dragon the man who
erased his name.
Yeah, the man who erased his name. So I can't really say that they tried to rebrand it strictly off of Kasuga.
Yeah, but then those games come out before or after 7, but before 8. Wasn't that kind of why they went that direction?
Yes. Yeah, well, the Ishin was actually a remake off of a Vita game, so that one, they just kind of brought the name with it. But the man who erased his name was definitely after 7. And then you have Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. So I think they want to keep the Like a Dragon name, but of course, Yakuza was what this game was named for in America, so it's Yakuza Kiwami 3.
Yeah.
Instead of Like a Dragon, Kiwami 3.
Well,
I know. Little Kiwami, but oh well.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yep.
It's like it's like when Resident Evil 7 came out and they called it Biohazard, and then in Japan it was Biohazard 7 Resident Evil.
Yeah, that was actually kind of cool. And then they still just decided to keep it as Resident Evil after 8.
Yeah.
Like, we can play with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I'm enjoying it so far. I'm getting caught up in the side stuff. Other than the motorcycle gang, the other side quest is running the orphanage. So you build up relationships with the kids. You do sewing projects. You can garden, make food, catch bugs, fish, and then trade them off to the village or to other neighbors in town to build up your daddy rank.
Daddy rank.
Yeah.
Gotta love that daddy rank. Name of the episode this week, by the way. Daddy rank.
Daddy rank. All right.
Right now, I'm daddy rank number 2, doing his dangest daddy. or trying his dangest daddy.
Well, it's better than dangling daddy, I guess. Or not.
Yep, maybe that might be rank 8. I don't know.
Well, you'll have to let us know how your daddy is dangling when you're said and done.
Stop it.
Stop Why, it.
LeRon? Also, because of the state of play, several demos came out that I decided to check out. One being Mina the Howler, and that's some good stuff. Yacht Club is cooking with this game.
Yeah, bigger than every Shovel Knight game put together, apparently. Yep. Celia keeps, posting on socials, so it scares me a little bit. But it's fine.
I've talked to her a little bit. She's super excited for this game. Like, it's stressing her out, but she's also like really excited to get this game out there. And that it is their most ambitious title to date. The demo, unfortunately, is only a 30-minute demo, so you really only get to fight 2 bosses and like dabble in the very beginning of the game when you land onto the island. But I think it was good because it kind of taught you a little bit of the traversal puzzles that you're going to run into, as well as the combat, because most of the bad guys were typically fine. And then you get to the bosses, and the bosses kind of have that Dark Souls quality to them, where they will probably kick your ass if you don't learn their, if you don't step back and kind of see what they can do first. But it's, I'm looking forward to it. Did you guys have a chance to check out the demo yet? Ed thinks it's the same one that was on the Switch.
Yeah, that's the one that I played. Was the one on Switch and Switch 2.
And what did you kind of start from a ship and then land on? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It's kind of hard. I kind of forgot how like hard GBA games are. Considering I'm playing one right now. I mean, Game Boy Color. I mean, this I guess is technically going for a Game Boy Color-esque look, but
yeah,
still, that era of games was, man. But I'm looking forward to it. Also, like, I know it's trying to be like a mix of Zelda and Castlevania and a couple other things. At least that's what a lot of the gameplay in the trailers looks like, right? I've kind of tried to stay away from a lot of things. I just kind of want to go in and you know, sort of unaware of what's going on. But and I was never a 2D Zelda or a Castlevania person, so like it's all gonna feel, you know, some people can jump into like any Metroidvania that comes out because they played Symphony of the Night and Super Metroid and be like, oh, I know exactly what to do, you know. And then if I jump into one, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just lost already.
I mean, luckily that first level was...
I don't care.
Luckily that first level was pretty straightforward. I don't know how the rest of the game's going to work. Like, I kind of get a hint just based on how the island's set up that you have your choice of where to go. So it probably becomes open and a little more non-linear at some point.
Yeah, which is cool. Which is, you know, seems a little bit more. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be like a ton of guides, and I'm sure they have enough in there to tell you where to go, and you know, all that kind of stuff. They're smart. They know what they're doing. But initially, it's just like, oh man, this is like this feels way different than, you know, anything that I was playing at the time, and now recently too. Like, I gotta get ready for a non-turn-based game, Pat. You know how long it's been since I played a non-turn-based game?
Quite a while, actually.
So
unless we're talking about Disney Dreamlight Valley, that's not turn-based.
Wow.
Right, you still playing?
I mean, the way the Switch version runs, it might as well be. But don't worry, Switch 2 version coming in March.
Are you still playing that?
Yes. Are you still playing Monster Hunter?
Currently, no. Currently, no.
Sure you are. You're just on a break. You're just on a hiatus.
Okay, yeah, hiatus. I'll take that.
You're just on a hiatus. You're fine.
The other demo I played was called Darwin's Paradox. It's a Konami original IP where you play as this little octopus named Darwin, as he is basically just trying to escape, I feel. But this demo was tied to this demo, I believe, was specifically tied to Metal Gear Solid. And I don't know exactly if that's actually going to be in the game or not, or if they just did that just to kind of showcase the demo, because there are Metal Gear things going on in the background, and little callbacks such as the cardboard boxes, and your octopus actually gets a little headband that he wears during the mission. And bad guys do the little explanation point when they spot you. And, you know, it feels it's cute. There's a lot going on the screen, though. Not necessarily a bad thing. It's very chaotic, almost like a cartoony kind of chaotic going on. And it's fun to watch, just seeing what all the mayhem that this little octopus is kind of causing around the environment. But the game basically is a Limbo style game, Limbo Inside, where you are trying to like sneak past things, try not to die, use your environment to progress a little more forward. But it's cute, it's cartoony, and you play as an octopus.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, cool. There was a lot of that state of play. I'm excited to talk about it. Actually, I haven't really. We talked a little bit about it on Pal Block, but I mean,
it was a good state of play.
Y'all talked about it on Pal Block. Y'all brought
90% of the
Yeah, about PlayStation
90% of those games are coming to Switch too. So.
Oh yeah, well there's that. Like it. See, I told you people like nobody, everybody doubted me. I was like, I'm like, we're getting into a more and more inclusive ecosystem where all these games
They
are
were
going to
all
show up
third-party
everywhere.
games, though. I mean, it's not like God of
That's
War is coming.
yeah, well, yeah, true, but it might. It might.
I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised that the 2D one isn't, but we'll talk about that in a minute. LeRon, what are you doing with your life?
Still playing Front Mission 3 remake. I think I clocked it. I'm halfway through the Elisa campaign of the mission. Like just something that, so Front Mission was like when it first came, Front Mission 3 when it first came out on the PS1, like I immediately picked it up because like I said I'd already imported like the Front Mission 2 and the other one for Famicom. Um, and I was just, and so like I basically am playing it exactly how I played like it originally, the remake, how I played the first game, the original game. So yeah, so like I do the Elisa mission first, which I don't know, like looking online now, everybody hates that mode, and I'm like, there's nothing bad about that mode, like like maybe I'm just sympathetic because like like there's a early in the game there's a choice you make that sets the path for which way you go, and for a lot of people the first time they ever played Front Mission 3 back in PS1 days, like like you didn't even know like what triggered the split. Well, now we know, I mean, at this point now we know, and of course strategy guides helped us out, that stuff like that. So so yeah, so like I always go that path first, and then I play the Emma mission, the Emma campaign, which online like everybody like they're like that's everybody's favorite mission. And I'm like, it's all right, um but yeah, like I'm about halfway through it, and yeah, I'm still doing the thing. I'm still doing the thing where I'm trying to unlock as many skills as I can because here's the thing to know about this game. Everybody can get all the skills. So think almost like how Final Fantasy X. Think like Final Fantasy X, like with the grid system. Everybody can learn all the skills and all the traits and all that stuff because it's
Pro
based
tips and through the black magic sphere grid.
Yeah, because it's all based on the mechs you use. So like you can throw everybody into a mech and everything, and the only thing that basically like determines like how effective they are, is like if you start a character off, there's so many different there's not so many different weapon types. There's a few different weapon types in the games. You have shotguns, machine guns, um, and sniper rifles that do pierce type damage. Impact damage like is pure melee stuff. So like anything that like from bashing them with your fist to having like basically the game's version of brass knuckles, to maces, to battle axes and stuff like that. Even if you have a shield equipped, that's considered a melee weapon. That's impact. And then you've got fire, which is unique because fire is like flamethrowers, grenades, and I believe laser weapons also like fall into the fire category. But basically, as your characters are getting their mechs, like they can get proficiencies in like these different types of weapons. So from machine guns to shotguns to to melee and stuff like that. And that's the one thing that kind of dictates how well your player is. So for example, like if you got your players like setting all these skills for, let's actually, the main character, I always like to use him with a shotgun, but I also mix him up, because like I said, I want to learn all these skills and stuff like that. So he's heavy as a shotgunner and stuff like that. So essentially, when I put him in a mech that is more designed for like rocket launchers and stuff like that, his proficiency is not that good, even though he still has like battle skills that can help him out with that. So like there is a little bit of playing around with it and stuff like that. It's really fun, but like if you're trying to get the most of it, yeah, like have everybody like switch out weapons from time to time, just get different mechs, learn different skills and stuff like that. Yeah, you're just trying to go in there and just beat it down and stuff like that. Whatever weapon the character you get starts with, keep them with that weapon and just run through the game. That's my advice for the people who are new here to Front Mission 3. Of course, like this is the third remake of the Front Mission remakes that Square Enix has put out, and And I knew I was gonna love Front Mission 3 as soon as it came out because Front Mission 3 is my favorite out of it. And the only reason why I say Front Mission 3 and not Front Mission 4 is because like I played Front Mission 4, but I didn't beat it. And I'm kind of hoping that Square Enix has something in mind for the remake of that. You know, of course the remakes are being done by, you know, like third party companies for Square Enix and stuff like that, which that's also been like a point of contention, you know, online. People are really hating that, you know, like Square basically like, you know, like off, you know, like offshot somebody else.
The thing that they don't like is that this company uses Gen AI for certain things.
Yeah, for certain assets,
most companies do and just won't tell you because they're afraid of the negative publicity. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah. I know. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like the AI stuff does not bother me. Like I'll be serious with you. Like, you know, like if you do a side by side comparison of Front Mission 3, the PS1 version that came out, and this, you're kind of happy they did something for upscaling the artwork and stuff like that. You know, I feel, I don't know, like if the purists wanted the game to be what it was, then just go play the damn PlayStation or the PS Classics version of this game. Don't be mad about a game that that isn't even being charged like the premium price that games are charged at right now. These games could easily came out $50, $60, $70. These games like $30, $40. You know? So I mean like what are you bitching about, you know?
People just want to get angry about everything.
Yeah, but here's the thing about it. There's nothing really wrong about it. And even though it's called Front Mission Remake, Front Mission First Remake, Front Mission 2 Remake, Front Mission 3 Remake. These are more remasters, you know, like, so, you know, like, yeah, like, you know, like they didn't have time, they didn't have the time and the resources to pump all these assets and, you know, into development, which, you know, I respect, you know. If they did, you know, then we wound up with $60, $70 game, you know. Yeah, but
also a side tangent, everybody's favorite game last year, including mine, used Gen AI in their game. So
yes, they did.
I not to be like harping on that train or anything, but like it's just out there, you know. So
I understand like the backlash for AI because in all seriousness, like AI is not doing what like the companies like, you know, that trotted it out are saying it's doing and stuff like that. In all seriousness, AI, like, it feels like it's putting people out of jobs. This
is what I kind of compared it to. I was talking to my boss about this the other day. Well, not the other day. It was probably 6 months ago at this point. But like when all this stuff started popping up in like a real major way, I started talking about like, look at how animation has changed over the last 30 years, right? Like how many artists were scared when the computer was introduced?
Oh,
right.
Damn near all of them.
I mean, now you can't find a hand-drawn movie because the skill set changed, right? And the things you needed to learn changed. It's not necessary. Like, yeah, AI is probably going to theoretically eliminate certain jobs because it's going to make other jobs more efficient. But that doesn't mean like jobs won't be available in other areas, right? Like I think there's just nuance to it. Again, right? Like the ways some of these companies want to use AI, yeah, okay, that's probably not great. But also like the reality of the way that artificial intelligence is being used and should be used isn't, you know, I mean, how long have companies been using things like Speed Tree or Havoc, right? That's AI. It's just
that was
they don't use that term because it was Speed Tree is Gen AI from like 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's actually what
Oblivion was using it.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Like AI has been here longer than you thought. AI just became like this lexicon of, you know, like our vocabulary in the last 5 years. But AI has been around for like freaking forever.
Yeah. So it's just I understand concerns in certain ways, but other ways, just like everything else, I feel like certain things are being blown out of proportion. And anyways, yeah, I don't know. Front Mission though sounds cool. I would like to play those at some point.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Into the Breach, LeRon?
No.
People try to compare that. It's like a roguelite Front Mission.
Mm-hmm.
People were obsessed with it like probably, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 years ago at this point.
Into the Breach.
Yeah.
I can
I remember seeing this. I'm waiting for whatchamacallit. What's the freaking
Creeks Front?
Thank you.
Creeks Front Tactics.
Thank you. Like, what's going on with that?
It's an indie developer, so they don't necessarily get everything. Like it takes time for them to make their games.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Did you recommend AI, Pat?
Do I recommend AI?
I'm just kidding.
Only for certain things.
I remember this game. This game struck me like Advance Wars.
It's not really Advance Wars. It's very it's like 12 by 12 grid, mech combat, but
yeah,
I don't know. I didn't care for it because it's a roguelike.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's $14 on Steam. Oh,
that's too much, dude. It's like it's like $1.99 all the time.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's like that, then yeah, I'll just look for that type of sale.
I'm shocked somebody isn't giving it away with something else at this point.
Mm.
You know, like it's that old, and like people just I think that company's released 2 games since then.
Oh, shoot! It was released in 2018.
Yeah.
I think I vaguely remember this game. Yeah.
Yeah, Matthew Keel made me buy it, actually.
Oh,
that guy.
I mean,
I miss that guy.
I mean, Matt and I have a very similar taste. Like we love giant robot stuff. So you know, we get nerd boners talking about this stuff. We're both waiting for Creek's Front.
You know what you should play, LeRon?
What's that?
Have you played the game Rad for PlayStation 2?
Yes, yeah.
The giant remote controlled robot game.
Yeah.
Where you're like these little kids like standing on top of buildings fighting with giant robots.
Yes, I remember that game. Game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game was rad.
Stop.
I try.
Rad. Anyways, I don't know. I thought of that game just now for some reason.
Yeah. But yeah, and I just want to go ahead and apologize to everybody that was listening to us last week. I guess I told you guys a lie. Like I had every intention of starting the Monster Hunter 3 Stories Twisted Reflection trial, and I have not because Front Mission is dominating my life right now.
You suck,
LeRon. We're never going to trust you again.
Okay, hey, yeah, no, hey, like that's me. Hi, I'm LeRon. I come with a ton of trust issues.
Well, you know. You win some, you lose some.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's all fine.
Besides, Corey didn't want to take my challenge.
Your challenge?
Yeah, let's play Monster Hunter Stories 2 right now.
No, LeRon, though, you'll be really proud of me.
I
did re-download Monster Hunter Wilds on my Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not all the content's out.
Yeah.
Now that it runs. Now you have a complete game.
Yeah. Glad I waited.
It feels like I waited. It feels like I waited too because I just turned it on last week.
Speaking of waiting on complete games, did you get the email I attached you to, LeRon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Did they reply to you? They replied to me. Maybe they didn't reply all.
I saw one reply, and I think it was more like a thanks reply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're being really cryptic because we cannot tell anybody what it is. Not right now.
Apparently not me either. So it's cool. It's fine.
You know, Pat.
What?
We can talk about it. It's Marathon. We're getting review codes for Marathon for Tower Casuals, but we needed a third person and somebody that was not on console.
I see. I see. So, I was invited to be the third.
You fill the void, LeRon. Thanks.
Oh, I bet I filled the void. I bet I did.
You did. You check all kinds of boxes for us, LeRon. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
That's racist or sexist or I don't know what you call it.
I definitely felt objectified. And I'm not mad about it.
Speaking of objectifying, everybody's like thirsting over Glitch now, so it's fine.
Over what?
Glitch, the one female character in Marathon.
Oh.
So, hey man, you do you, I guess. Anyways,
look at Punch the monkey, okay?
There's
Punch
a pink
will
cat.
bring some.
There's a pink cat in there.
Ooh,
that's a choice. Make a cat pink. But
there's a video that came out recently for Crimson Desert that showed all the types of animals that you can interact with. It looked so good. It like just went from a game that had almost no interest in whatsoever to like really high interest.
Is this a game that you're going to buy day one, or is this one of your wait and play later games?
It's probably going to be a wait and play later game. The game's probably going to be way too damn big.
Probably, because it was supposed to be an MMO at one point, I think, right? That was the thing, and then they made it a single player game. Because the other Crimson something is a
Black
MMO.
Desert is MMO.
Yeah, Desert.
And whatever. I think they really intended this one to be a single player. So, but it just kept getting bigger.
Oh, that's
but you can grab the kitties. You can hug them and hold the kitties in that game.
Meow
and
meow.
It looked awesome. Meow meow. Also, meow, you can throw like big pigs over your shoulder.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of single player games, I don't know where to go with that.
What are you playing?
So last week I finished Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and I thought I should play something in between Fire Emblem games. So what I did was I chose a new Fire Emblem game to play.
I mean,
checks out.
I'm not mad.
I'm playing Fire Emblem, the OG GBA game, which is the Blazing Blade, for those keeping count in non-American versions of this game. It's so also we were talking before we started recording about the campaigns and how they separate and how confusing it is, because there are so the first 10 chapters are based around the character Lyn, who is a sword fighter type character. She's in the opening. So it's weird because in this game, you as the player are a character in the game. Like you are the tactician for the team, and they address you like directly instead of, not acknowledging you at all, which is something I wasn't used to in these games. And you wake up with amnesia, shocking, but Lyn saves you, and you are resting in her hut in the village that she lives in, and you find out that her entire village, except for her, has been murdered by bandits, and somehow she survived, and she's been living on her own for a long time. So you go on this quest to find her grandfather, who is essentially the king of this one region. They don't call them kings, but he's essentially the king. It starts with an M. I forget what the word is called, like a mask or something.
Marquis.
Yeah, that. Thank you.
The Marquis.
Yeah, that guy. And so the first 10 chapters are all about going to find him and all that. And then at chapter 11, it changes to the character Eliwood, who becomes the main protagonist of the game. And for those who have played Fire Emblem Engage or even Fire Emblem Heroes to an extent, you might recognize the name Hector. He is involved in this game as well as the right-hand man of Eliwood. And I just got to chapter 16, and I have found Lynn and our old companions from the first 10 chapters, and we've kind of joined forces at this point. So that's where I'm at. So there's apparently 30 chapters, but you can play chapter 11 through 30, 31, 32 twice. Once as Eliwood is the main character, and once as Hector is the main character. I don't know if I'm going to go through as Hector or not. Depends on how much I'm enjoying it.
It was worthwhile back when I played it, because I love the original Fire Emblem Game Boy Advance one. I mean,
yeah, I'm really enjoying it too. I want to see, like, is it worth playing a second?
Yeah, you'll figure out exactly like what you want to do by the time you get to the end of this campaign. Because this was the GBA version was the first time I'd ever like played a Fire Emblem game, and I really enjoyed it. Like, it actually got me into Fire Emblem. I didn't like the Sacred Stones, the follow up, that much. It had more intricate like things with the job classes and stuff like that. But I definitely love the Fire Emblem, the GBA one.
And of course, Sacred Stones is Erica's games, right? And her brother, Erica, and
the
brother.
Yeah. And of course, like, I continued down with some more of the Fire Emblem games, of course, leading up to Three Houses.
So also it's worth noting that Eliwood, his son is Roy from Smash. So I haven't gotten to that part. I don't think that happens in this game. I think that happens in the
son is Roy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So that means this is a prequel then to
the Blazing Blade, which is the third Game Boy Advance game that never came out here. Which is crazy. I wonder if those games.
I was thinking that one came out first, and then we got the second and third one. Never mind.
Oh no, the Binding Blade is the first one. The Binding Blade, Sacred Stones, Blazing Blade is the order that they go in. And then the DS game that came out, Shadow Dragon, is a remake of the first game, which we never got here.
Okay, but Binding Blade's the Roy game.
Binding Blade is Roy's game.
Okay. So that so the later game is a prequel then.
Yeah. I don't know anymore. There's the Binding Blade and the Blazing Blade. There's two separate games.
Don't get me to lying. I don't know. I just play these games. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fair. Roy, it's also DLC in Fire Emblem Awakening, by the way. So not that you can download it now because the 3DS is gone forever. Never existed. But
funny, I still have one.
Anyways, let's move along. I'm really enjoying the game. I really think the characters are really fun. The two knights that are kind of Lynn's companions, I always forget their names, but Sane is one of them, and he's kind of an idiot. He tries to flirt with like every girl that jumps into your party. Like literally everything that comes out of his mouth is like a flirtatious or somewhat almost harassing statement. And then the other knight, who I am not remembering his name at the moment, but he kind of tries to keep him.
We're talking about Kent. Kent's like the stuck up. Well, not stuck Kent, up, but he's by the book.
Yeah, he's the by the book one, and then Sane is the crazy flirtatious one.
I'm sorry, my man Urk though.
Urk, man, he's powerful though.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Tell you what, man, Urk is great, and the archer that you get at one point, Will, I think is his name. The
Yeah.
archer
Oh yeah. Yeah.
is really good because if when you equip one of the bows and you level up his like weapon ability or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like he constantly shoots 2 arrows, which
Yeah.
is so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
So nice.
I also love Florina.
Oh, the kind of like the side kick girl, the on the
Yeah.
Pegasus Knight. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's kind of like the shy.
Yeah, man. Like, there's been a couple of times where she got murked, and I immediately like restart the mission. I was like, no, I will not stand for this
Yeah, she's
because
she's
I
very
can't remember. There's a weapon she gets that turns her into a badass.
Yeah, I was reading about that. It's later than where I'm at right now, obviously, but yeah, she's I like using her because the Pegasus Knight can move around like
Oh yeah,
very easily.
yeah, like they have the most range besides the is it the Rangers?
The Rangers,
The ones that are on horseback, or is that the Knights?
those are the Knights.
The Knights. Okay, okay.
Yeah, and there's also the Paladins, which are the Knights with the shields.
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it a lot. It's really crazy to go from like 3 houses and engage and keep going backwards to like the GameCube, where it's like, oh man, 3D graphics really, it's interesting to see where this franchise went with its first 3D entry, and then you go all the way back to GBA, and it's like, oh my gosh, man! Like, and then you put it on either pixel perfect mode or the retro mode that's on there, and it's like, this is how we used to play games. I was like, I just need to shrink my Switch by a screen by about 5 inches, and we'll be good to go, and turn all the lights out because then I can't see it. Get one of those worm lights.
Good old worm lights.
Yeah.
Drain the battery so damn fast to your system.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Blazing Blade had some really memorable characters. Yeah.
Yeah. I just, it's like, Martha's always like the character that pops up, right? Because Martha's like the first hero of Fire Emblem, right? But like all these other characters pop up, and you never really know until you play the games where they come from. And I've become such a big fan of the series over the last decade or so since Awakening, really, that I just wanted to go back and play them and see, like, it's I'm doing what I've wanted to do with Zelda forever, but like that, man, Zelda on NES is so hard that I'm just like, I don't really want to. And then Zelda 2, you have to jump that hurdle, and it's like,
yeah, I can't. The furthest back I can go Zelda now is Link to the Past. I can't go back. I cannot go back to the NES versions.
Yeah.
Maybe Nintendo will throw us a bone for like the anniversary, and like they have a remake or remaster of these coming up. Actually, a remaster I could probably do, but there's been so many like fan projects that have come out that like I'm like Nintendo's probably like, fuck it, we're not gonna do that.
I would really love a Link's Awakening style remake of 1 and 2. Right, like that's
that ain't happening for 2.
Except if I can say one thing, because I did love the Link's Awakening remake. They just need to speed it up a tad. They need to speed up like the same way like Metroid Zero Mission sped up Metroid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game just needs to play just a little bit. It just needs to move a little bit faster, in all aspects, story wise, as well as like gameplay and animation.
Yeah.
And God, like, I don't know, they can find. I watched someone do a let's play of the original Legend of Zelda, and I was like, man, did we switch back and forth to the menu this much? Like, we need to fix that.
Yeah. Plus, like, there's that whole like. The whole thing where you go and get all the stuff before you go enter the first dungeon now, right? Like that's been a thing for a while now, and it's like, man, do I do that or do I just kind of go through? And I don't know. I kind of want to I want the whole experience, but I don't want to like cheat myself out of an experience. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, plus it's just so freaking hard that I just don't want to like. Every time I die in that game, I'm like, I don't want to
There's
restart back.
nothing hard. I feel like
I just don't have the muscle memory for it. And like what I need to do is just like sit down and play it. You know what I mean? Like just sit down and like I've been doing a Fire Emblem, just sit down and shut up and play it. And
yeah, I don't know. I feel like Zelda games don't get hard until like Link to the Past.
See, I think they get easier.
Yeah, they got easier. Except for they got hard again in Breath of the Wild.
See, I don't. Yeah, I guess I forget how hard Breath of the Wild was at the beginning. Also, it wasn't that hard for me because I had so many amiibo that I just kept scanning them and it was fine. I kept getting things. It kept rewarding me for buying their toys. Anyways, Fire Emblem on the GBA. It's a really great game. Really enjoying it, and I look forward to playing the next one after this. So I don't know if I'm going to go directly into Sacred Stones, but I also said that from what I wish they would do is put the Wii one on Switch now, because like that's the sequel I want, because it's a direct sequel to Path of Radiance. Plus, like
eventually get that Wii NSO that is rumored to one day appear. We could get it. Yep.
Yeah, that'll probably be one of the first games on there, I would think.
Nah, they'd hold that one off.
I don't know.
Like they did with Fire or Path of Radiance.
I don't know. I mean, the Path of Radiance was the sixth or seventh game on there. I mean, that's pretty early in my opinion. But just because I want it now, they're gonna wait. They're gonna be like, nah, pass, or they'll try to sell it to me for $70 later down the line.
Yeah,
with like some sort of expansion.
Do you want to play some Mario Galaxy 1 again?
Yeah, remember how we packaged it in with 3 other games the first time? Huh? For $60? Now it's only with 1 other game for $70. Here you go.
Yep.
Happy birthday. Oh, anyways, not important, but that's all I've been playing is that. I'm working on another. Oh, what I did get, I got my Virtual Boy package in the mail, sitting on the table over here. I did not open it yet. But I look forward to burning my retinas with that black and red nasty screen while I'm playing Wario Land.
Yep.
Also confirmed not to work on TV apparently. So rip.
That sucks.
I know. I really wanted to play Tetris 3D on my 70-inch TV. You know what I mean?
I don't blame you.
Dude, I saw that game being played, and that game just gave me a massive headache. I was like, what is happening? I do not. Anyways. That's all I've been playing, though. I have been really enjoying diving into the old backlog, honestly. Like going through the GameCube and N64 and GBA games specifically, just kind of scrolling through and kind of lining up. I also want to play Golden Sun. That's another one that's on my list to be like, I want to play these at some point.
Golden Sun, you're gonna have a lot of fun playing that game, trust me. And it's got a really good story.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing, and that's why I want to play it, is because like I'm like, man, everybody always the 3 people who bought this game really love this game. It's the same with Earthbound, but I just like to make fun of Earthbound. But I should probably give all these games a fair shake at some point, and stop making fun of them because the 3 people who play these games, man, I wish I would have had the had the knowledge of like, remember when Earthbound was sitting in every Toys R Us clearance bin for like $20?
Hey, Corey.
Hey, what?
Question. When did Lady and the Tramp come to Dreamlight Valley?
It's the newest update, so either today or next week or at some point.
Okay, that's one of my favorite movies from the classic era.
Yeah, it's part of the Puppy Love update.
Oh, so basically to play on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you actually go to the restaurant. I think you have to cook their meal, and I didn't. And then they end up moving into the valley with you, and you can put Tony's restaurant in your valley too.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I haven't played in a while, but I saw that trailer today on the Nintendo YouTube channel, actually. So, where were we? All right, let's. Speaking of games, speaking of Disney Dreamlight Valley, let's talk about some games and some games that were announced at recent showcase type things. Don't call it a showcase, they say. Sorry. State of Play and Nintendo Direct. We kind of already did a direct recap show. Well, we did do a direct recap show, but we kind of already talked about it at length. So we'll probably just go over that, kind of skim over the top of it, what were our favorite announcements from that. But I do want to talk about the State of Play. Oh, wait, hold on. LeRon, your favorite segment. We can't forget to do this yet.
I mean, well, last week we did towards the end of the show. Like, I mean,
I know, but we should do it now.
I feel like it's a float.
We should do it now.
This is more than what's coming out this week. This is like next week's list.
Well, this episode comes out on Monday, so
fair. Okay.
Yeah. So that makes sense. We just travel forward a week. Yeah. All right. Well, here we go. Games to look out for the upcoming week. So let's get right into this. This is everything that we are anticipating. The show hosts are anticipating for you. Our list might not be the same as your list, but here we go. On February 24th, we've got the Fallout Anniversary Edition coming to Switch 2. Basically, as a sole survivor, you fight for survival, explore post-nuclear Commonwealth, and decide its fate in one of the most celebrated open-world RPGs of all time. Coming out on the 25th of February. First Squadron Phoenix, also on the Switch. Who put this on here? Who recommended this?
I took the list straight from Game Informer. It's Game Informer's list.
In First Squadron Phoenix, you embark on an action-packed adventure in this on-rail space shooter. Okay, you got my attention. As a pilot in training, you battle in strange virtual worlds, master your ship, upgrade your skills, and protect the Federation from an imminent threat. Are you ready for the challenge? Now, I feel like because they keep saying Federation, people are gonna think this is like strangely attached to the Metroid universe. But yeah, no. February 26th, we got.
I don't think anybody's thinking
that. Are you trying to tell? Like, are you trying to open up to us that you're a furry?
No, I just listed all the games that were coming out this week on Game Informer's website.
Oh, I always do the notable ones.
Okay, Corey. There's no shame in it.
It's notable to someone.
Yeah, no judgment, here. Yeah,
that's fine.
All right, so February 26th, we've got a handful of titles here. We're going to start with No Sleep for Konami Date, from AI, the Somnium Files, which comes out on PlayStation, the PS5 and PS4. Iris has been abducted by aliens. Finding herself on board a mysterious UFO and tasked with completing a bizarre escape game, Iris knows there's one person who she can always count on for help. Konami Date, the Sinker? Yeah, Sinker.
Sinker.
Okay, yeah, that works. Also on the 26th, the Disney Afternoon Collection coming to Switch and Switch 2. You know what it is? You know what this is, guys. Can you feel the buzz? Travel back to the 90s with characters from Disney Afternoon Programming in this collection of retro Disney, NES, and Super NES games, now available for Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2, Switch exclusive, written kind of weird. Update to the 2017 collection adds 2 new games, Bonkers and Goof Troop, to the lineup for a total of 8 games, including DuckTales, DuckTales 2, Chippendales Rescue Rangers, Chippendales Rescue Rangers 2, Tailspin, and Darkwing Duck. Remember, these are all the NES games, so some of these games that have actually been redone, like DuckTales, for example, like you're not getting that one. So just remember, it's the NES experience, which, in my opinion, the original DuckTales stands up just as well as like its remake version did. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. This is the first time that Goof Troop and Bonkers have been re-released anywhere. Also on the 26th, Tiny Garden for the Switch. Tiny Garden lets you grow a pocket-sized garden inside a magical toy passed down through generations. Nurture plants, trade them for furniture, and customize your space in this relaxing mix of farming, puzzles, and strategy. No scores or time limits. Just let your creativity bloom. And then on PS5 we've got Tokyo Extreme Racer. That's a goodie one. That's a classic. Tokyo Extreme Racer is a racing game set in the blocked off future Tokyo, where players aim to be the fastest by driving their best cars on the highways that weave through the city. And also, lastly, on 26, we have Towerborn for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Towerborn is an exciting side-scrolling action RPG brawler. As an immortal warrior, you journey across a crumbling world, uncover the mystery of the fallen city of Numbers, and push back the corruption threatening humanity's survival. Okay, now, this is where we get to the good stuff. The 27th. Big day for gaming. Starting with Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix for PlayStation, Switch, and PC. The Fear is back. Return to 2048 Hong Kong in the groundbreaking survival horror that defines style and mature storytelling for a generation. I remember a lot of perverts that were playing the original game back in the PS1 day. They're gonna love this one.
That was the first.
There was a lesbian sex scene in the elevator. Come on.
Yep.
That was the first game I remember seeing anything like gay or lesbian related.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Honestly, me too. Yeah.
We've talked about where I grew up and how I grew up, and this stuff was not common anywhere.
Oh yeah. You were living that repressed childhood.
Seeing two women together was not exactly something I had seen every day.
Yeah, and the marketing for it, like they were all entangled up on each other.
They were pushing that hard in the marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Also on the 27th, we've got Lasara Summit Kingdom for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PS4, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. There we go. I'm going to condense it whenever I see it's on all platforms like that. All right. In Lasara, you build and expand your own settlements in the high mountains. Carefully plan production chains and satisfy various needs of your 3-caste society while dealing with mountain hazards such as weather breakdowns and avalanches. Are you skilled enough to make your town thrive? We've also got Tales of Berseria Remastered coming on the 27th to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. Tales of Berseria returns with enhanced playability and quality of life enhancements. Join Velvet on her journey for vengeance along with her cast of eccentric companions as they sail through the archipelago, which comprises the kingdom of Midgand. All right, so
this is the one where you play as the villain, right? I mean, that's
pretty much,
premise.
yeah.
Yeah, I got lost. I got lost in the tales of like game series after the third one.
I'm pretty sure the only one I've ever played all the way. The only one I've ever played all the way through was Symphonia.
Yeah.
Gosh, you
did really
need to listen to episode, I think 3 or 4, either one of the Gamescast, where we talk about the 35th anniversary of Tales.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I did enjoy Tales of Arise a lot. I just got distracted by something else.
I haven't finished Tales of Arise, and I bought the expansion when that came out a couple of years ago. But I just
Beyond the Dawn.
Yeah. All right, so the 27th is a big day if you own a Nintendo Switch 2 because Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and Resident Evil Village are coming to the Switch 2. In Resident Evil 7, fear and isolation seep through the walls of an abandoned southern farmhouse. 7 marks the new beginning for survival horror with the isolated view of the visceral new first-person perspective. And then, of course, in the Village, which is the follow-up to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, you experience survival horror like never before in the 8th major installment of the Resident Evil franchise. Resident Evil Village, with its detailed graphics, intense first-person action, and masterful storytelling, the terror has never felt more realistic. And then the big one, the number one, the reason why everybody has been looking forward to February, if you are a gamer and you love Capcom games, particularly Resident Evil Requiem, the 9th game in the franchise, the 9th official game in the franchise. Is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, the Switch 2, and the PC. Requiem for the Dead, Nightmare for the Living. Prepare to escape death in a heart-stopping experience that will chill you to your core. We already know our golden boy for Resident Evil, Leon S. Kennedy, is coming back along with a new protagonist, but apparently there's a lot of like surprises coming up because this is all talking about the 6 survivors of the original Raccoon City incident. So there's a lot of surprises in there for people who are definitely like fans of the Resident Evil series. So there you have it.
I wonder if they're going to try to. I mean, I know the blonde girl, Ashcroft, is tied to Code Veronica, right? Her mom is the protagonist, or is in Code Veronica.
No. Her mom's one of the
Outbreak.
Her mom's one of the scientists. Her mom's one of the scientists.
No, yeah, the game Resident Evil Outbreak talks about the 6 survivors, and her mother was one of the main characters in that game.
Yeah. Yeah, you're thinking of the Ashfords. You're thinking of the Ashfords. Veronica Ashford and Alfred Ashford were inheritors of the Umbrella franchise.
Sorry, my Resident Evil lore knowledge is a little rusty. I haven't.
That just means you have to play Resident Evil 7 through 9 now.
So here's the thing: I did reinstall the first game, the remake of the first HD remake of the first game on my Switch. So maybe I'll play through that at some point. But this is another series I want to play through. I'm telling you, this is a backlog year for me. I said that last year, but I'm for real this time.
It is. That's funny because I installed RE1. Yeah, I installed RE1.
Yeah, man, it's when you get into like 2 when it starts getting really like creepy and like I don't know, for some reason I don't have any problems with 1 or 0 as LeRon disappears. I don't have any problems with 1 or 0.
Got him.
Yeah, the zombies got him.
The Umbrella's got him. Yeah,
zombies got him.
Didn't have.
Got
sorry,
him.
I glitched.
What I was telling Pat, LeRon, is like I don't have any problems with 1 or 0 really, even though 0 is like thinking about like the claustrophobic nature of the train cars and switching characters is like really stressing me out just talking about it. But like
Zero stressed me out. 0 stressed me out playing it my first time through. As a matter of fact, truth be told, I never finished Resident Evil 0.
Was it the inventory management system? Did that scare you off?
Well, the inventory management system, I felt like that took a big step backwards compared to of course
backwards.
Yeah,
huge.
But I did like the fact that like you could just drop something out of your inventory and it would be right there where you left it.
Unless you left it on the far side of the universe, and then all of a sudden, oh hey, that crank that you didn't think you needed anymore? You need it at the last area now. You should have brought that sucker with you. Now go back to the train.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Anyways, so anybody getting that Switch 2 Pro controller for Resident Evil? That's $104.99 for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Maybe if they went with black on black, maybe if they did like another color on black, maybe.
Yeah.
But you can hardly see a damn thing that's on that controller.
Yeah, that's kind of a whiff on their part. I wonder, man, I have some complaints about Nintendo's controllers in the last decade or so, but we can talk about that on another episode of something.
You mean you don't want to talk about the new colors of Pro or Joy-Con controllers?
You mean the pastel joystick and everything else is the same? Yeah, sure.
Yep, the little stick, and $100 for this.
I mean, look, I want. They should have just made the Joy-Cons white at this point, like not the body, but just the sticks to match the Pro controller at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. I don't know. Nintendo's doing some weird stuff. All right, let's talk about the state of play, guys. There's a lot of cool stuff announced here at the state of play. It was, in my opinion, I think it was probably Sony's best state of play ever, maybe.
I gotta say, it was one of the more solid ones in the past few years. I will say that.
They set the bar so low that it was very pleasant to experience.
Well, I didn't think the last state of play was that bad, but it definitely wasn't as exciting as this one.
Yeah, this one was very good. I don't remember if this list I have here, I don't know if this was in order of announce or not. I don't think it is. It might be. I don't know.
It looks like it's in order of
it looks like it's in order of the announcements.
Yeah.
But I do like that we are getting a sequel to Kena Bridge of Spirits with Kena Scars of Cosmora.
Yeah.
Which Ember Labs studio, who made the first one, is also doing this. They said in partnership with PlayStation Studios. So I don't know if PlayStation's partially funding this or, kind of doing the Death Stranding thing where they are publishing it until XYZ date.
I thought PlayStation Studios was.
I thought they did that with the original too.
The original one, yeah.
The original's on Xbox.
Well, yeah, after 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. Is they. I don't know if Sony's more involved with this one or not. And I doubt this will come to Xbox, because why would it at this point? Side tangent.
If Microsoft doesn't care, why should Sony care?
Side tangent. LeRon, you saw the screenshot of that email I got from Xbox, didn't you?
Yeah.
They offered to buy my Xbox from me for a Microsoft PC or accessory.
What?
I'm like, why are they offering to buy my Xbox?
I asked you the question before. I'm like, what are they doing?
First of all, $135, Microsoft. Come on,
that's a slap in the face.
I'm like, you're literally charging $800 for an Xbox now.
I'm like, shit. Y'all are y'all basically going to partner up with GameStop? Because that's insulting.
I know that's a GameStop move.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the next plan for everything to become an Xbox. Is Xbox now becomes a brick and mortar store.
And here's my thing, right? If Microsoft is valuing that trade in as that much, that's how much they should be selling those consoles on the market right now.
It's just shocking that I got a email offering my Xbox offering to buy my console from me. I'm like,
they probably want to strip
it's like you're one of the last few people that are actually enthusiasts for Xbox, and they want to take your Xbox back from you.
They want my RAM for their AI data centers.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's cheaper to buy it from gullible fans than it is to buy it on market.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Kena Scars of Cosmora looks great. The combat looks much more fluid. It almost has like a Horizon-esque feel to it. It looks like.
You ride the wolf or the fox or whatever it is.
Yeah, and there's no little rot Pikmin things floating around either.
I kind of missed them already.
There's got to be.
I know.
There's got to be. The rot's got to be coming back.
She's got to have one as like a companion, right? Like a little guy that follows her, sneaks away in her little pouch purse thing.
That was the whole thing about Kena was the rot and how the rot brings decays the world so that it can regrow again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fox is technically rot.
Well, the premise
it's got the little rot things on its head.
Yeah.
Well, the premise of this is that she's in this new region and she's coming to find out that what she was doing was just like a precursor for what her actual, I forget what they call her, what they call the people that do the stuff that she does, but this is actually what her destiny is supposed to be. So basically the first game I mean, yeah, technically it was an origin story, but basically it was her whole start into this.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Spirit Guides or something like that? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but
I
yeah,
hope they go. I hope they go a little bit more into her a bit because, I mean, I'm kind of a little bit of spoiler. You didn't know if she was alive or dead by the end of the game.
mm.
Yeah,
Like
this.
it almost hinted that she was a spirit herself, but obviously she's not because she's older in this
Yeah,
game.
she. This definitely has a. This is a sequel with a bigger budget. We're gonna do some new things in here and kind of maybe flush it out a little bit, type thing. Like, I don't want to use the Assassin's Creed 1 to 2 comparison, but this feels very much like it has that potential of, like, could be a bigger, better sequel that actually flushes out a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, I expect good things from this one.
yeah, me too. I can't wait. The next game on this list was Ghost of Yotei Legends, which is the multiplayer kind of quote unquote game as a service update. It's free, launching with patch 1.5 for anyone who has purchased the game. You will be fighting supernatural versions of the Yotei 6, and there will also be a raid patched into the game in sometime in April, I think they said. So cool. That mode seems really cool. This seems like something they could sell. I don't know why they don't sell it, but good on them for continuing to update their games for free with extra content.
I know
I wonder
a lot
how
of
that
people
works
who
into their
enjoyed
budgets.
Legends. Well, I remember the original one. A lot of people like. So this is just essentially this sequel with the original
Yeah,
concept.
yeah. I heard Ghost of Yotei very good, very, very good.
It is good.
So
You should play it.
I might at some point.
Yeah, now that you have an actual functioning PlayStation.
I know, but the whole time I was playing Ghost of Tsushima, I was just like, I wish I was playing Assassin's Creed the whole time. Like, I'm just like, this is literally just everything everybody complains about in Assassin's Creed, people love about this game. And it's like, pick a lane, guys. It's the same game. Story was a little bit better written, but in terms of like the game itself, it's like this is the same. But not important. Whatever. I'm glad that Ghost of Yotei sold well, and yeah. Speaking of games that sold well, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is coming to PC on March 19th. It's going to have full super ultra widescreen support, unlocked frame rates, DualSense features, frame generation, etc. Nexus is porting this. So LeRon, are you gonna play Death Stranding on the Beach in ultra wide frame gen super duper 437,000 frames a second
on your ROG Ally?
Yeah,
I still need to play. I still need to play the original. I have both versions of that game because like I was a fool and got the original version, and then of course the director's cut came out. So I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, I got the director's cut when it came to Xbox. It was like $14.99 when it came out that week, so I was like, I might as well.
Yeah.
Little did I know this console was not going to exist. Whatever. I'm still salty about all this. I tried to remain optimistic, and it's just the more optimistic I tried to be, it's coming out now as anger and vengeance. So
anger and vengeance. Anger and vengeance.
The next game, 4 Loop, which is the kind of looks like a little bit of Left 4 Dead mixed with some other games as a service style things.
Everybody's saying this game looks like it's going to be bad, but I don't know. I'm kind of interested in it.
It doesn't look bad. It just looks generic. I don't want to say it looks bad because it definitely doesn't look bad, and the people behind it definitely have some chops, right? But
Yeah,
also,
like
so did
they
the
have a
people
pedigree for
behind
this.
Concord, and so did the people behind Concord.
Yeah.
But which
history has shown time and time again, this market is not sustainable for this type of a game.
Well, that is true. That is true. But
Mhm.
basically, all I'm saying is like I'm interested enough that I'm probably going to try it out.
Yeah, I see. The thing is like Marathon is coming out, and so like if I'm gonna play a shooter like this, it's probably gonna be that.
True. Yeah.
Because I mean, between Bungie shooting and the visual aesthetic of Marathon alone, like you know, I don't know.
All I'm gonna say is, Corey and Josh, be prepared to carry my ass. Just be prepared.
I mean, I already told Josh to get a bigger backpack because he's going to carry us both through. It's all right. Well, that'll be our clan name, Team Backpack, Backpack Marathon. I don't know. No, it'll be fine. I have faith that we will do okay. So, also, it was just announced today that Bungie's Destiny 2 update that was supposed to come out the week Marathon comes out is now delayed until mid-June. 3.5 months.
Makes perfect sense, though.
I don't know, man. Just they need to just put Destiny into maintenance mode at this point. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I you're talking to somebody who loves Destiny, right? I mean, look at this freaking shelf behind me. It's all Destiny. But like, come on, guys. The Star Wars expansion didn't hit. Nobody likes what you're doing with the portal. Just put it away. It's okay. It's okay. Speaking of okay, man, I'm salty today.
If you say okay with this next game,
Pragmata is coming. A new trailer for Pragmata. Dude, this game looks crazy. This game looks really cool.
It's starting to shape up really nicely. I'm
excited to see what this game looks like Japanese Dead Space almost. Essentially. Like against robots instead of creepy, slimy aliens people.
But you gotta hack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do need to play this demo.
Yeah, I downloaded the Switch version, but I haven't played it yet. I downloaded a lot of demos on my Switch 2 recently. It was this, Final Fantasy, Adventures of Elliot, and something else demo-wise, but I forget what the other one was. So Pragmata looks cool. They showed more Resident Evil Requiem. I don't know how much more we have to say about that, except that Leon has a little something going on his hand in there. Doesn't look good.
A little bit of rot happen in there.
A little something. I wonder what it is.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's been infected so many times. That's probably just like immunity.
Yeah, maybe it's like because he's been infected and cured so many times that it's that's eating away at him instead of the. So, anyway, spoilers, I guess, for the trailers for Resident Evil 9, Requiem, whatever. Legacy of Kain Defiance remastered.
It's okay, Corey, it's okay. Steph will cure him.
She'll just have his babies, and that baby will be the next protagonist of Resident Evil 12.
His line will live on some way, somehow. Whether it be through Grace, Ada, Claire,
somewhere.
Jessica.
Maybe all three. Maybe all of them.
Jessica was the president's daughter, right? I keep forgetting what the hell her name was.
No, man, I don't know anything anymore.
Wait, I'm sorry. I was busy trying to find the Pragmata demo. Like, what were we talking about?
Resident Evil 9. And
we were talking about all the babies Leon was going to have with all the females that he's been with.
Oh, you're talking about Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Oh, thank you, Ashley Graham. Yeah, Ashley, Ada, Claire.
No. He never hit that. He never hit that. He never hit those two, actually. Ada and Claire, that never happened.
Not on screen.
It could still happen. We don't know what's happened between then and now.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? Whatever's going on with Leon in his hand, you saying that's one big STI? Is that what you're trying to say?
It's something.
It could very well be possible.
It's an ST something.
ST something.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a C, it could be a D, it could be a who knows.
STC? What the
I don't
hell
know,
is
dude.
STC?
I don't know. Moving on.
God. Oh my God.
We find out that the virus was sexually transmitted the entire time.
Oh God. Yeah. They don't call it the V virus for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Legacy of Kain Defiance remastered. It's coming.
This game was awesome.
Yeah, it looks cool. Aspire's doing this, right? And then also the there's like a prototype of the game that never came out.
Aspire's doing this one.
They're not? They did the other two, right?
I know they did the other two, but I don't think they're doing this one.
Interesting.
I think this is someone else.
Interesting. But they also announced that there will be a prototype of the game that never came out that's playable on this. That's supposedly something around like 80 to 90% complete, actually. But also, there's a new 2D entry to the series also coming. Looks great. Looks cool.
It's like, why didn't they announce that on the State of Play? How hard would it have been to have 2 Legacy of Kain games shown?
I mean, yeah, I know. Especially because like they showed another 2D game from a franchise people love about vampires. Maybe they didn't want to get them confused.
I guess.
I don't know. It looks cool though. I think Legacy of Kain, I think is a man. I feel like if somebody tried to make a Legacy of Kain today, it would be like Darksiders essentially, almost.
Yeah,
it would like have that vibe.
I can see that.
Which, by the way, where's Darksiders 4? Where is that game?
Darksiders is officially dead.
No, it's not. They announced a new one.
Wait, what? 2 years ago. I thought Darksiders was dead.
No, they announced a new one like 2 years ago.
Well,
okay,
they
I'm out
teased
of
it last year.
Yeah, at some point they
teased
it.
I feel though that they wouldn't be releasing this demo of the long lost game if they didn't have a plan to possibly
make a new game.
That game. Well, no, just bring that game to fruition.
Yeah, like if this sells well, maybe they like finish it and then in an update they like put it in this one or like come out with a different box copy of it or something.
Because people have been wanting Legacy of Kain to come back, and Soul Reaver did well.
Yeah, Soul Reaver. Yeah, maybe we might. We might just
testing the waters. This is testing the waters. We need a true conclusion to the Legacy of Kain series. They cannot end it the way they end Defiance. It's too damn cliffhangery.
They kind of did, though. They just kind of left it dangling there.
It's because it was supposed to continue.
Amy Hennig went to go do Uncharted. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Wait, this was an Amy Hennig game?
Yeah. This was like her first big series that she worked on.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. This next one, Pat, this looks right up your alley and tangentially kind of looks like kind of up my alley at this point. Brigadine Abyss looks sort of Fire Emblem-y.
I heard there's a bit more strategy involved with these games.
Yeah.
Like it isn't just a tactical RPG. There's a Civ element to this.
Yeah. There's like it looks fun though, to be honest. It looks really great.
It scares me.
It scares me.
It's big.
Man, don't scare me with big things, Pat.
It's so big though. 100 different classes, 6 stories, and then like 30 different clans you can choose from.
Yeah. It's a big game. It looks really pretty though. I like the way like the on-field stuff looks, the in battle stuff looks. Cutscenes look good. I'm interested. So this is actually what the third
Mhm.
game in this series. There's one on PS1, and then there's like a PS3 version of some consequence.
One on PS1, and I think it's a Switch version. I think the second one actually came on a Switch.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'll have to look for that. This is also coming to Switch 2, though.
Yeah.
Not coming to Switch 2. Dead or Alive 6 last round. More jiggly than ever. I was sad it was not Beach Volleyball 4. Who's with me?
It's
Anyone?
okay.
Yeah.
We didn't even get Beach Volleyball 3.
I know. You had to import that. It was too jiggly for
You
America.
perverts. You perverts.
No. It's okay. Story has his copy.
Well, he didn't share. Rude. Yeah, I'm not really interested in this. The last Dead or Alive I played was the one on the original Xbox when they put Master Chief in it.
Was that DOA?
I think it was 3. Must have been 3.
That game was like a real spectacle. We used to throw a copy of that because that was back when I was an assistant manager at GameStop back in those days. We used to throw a copy in the Xbox and just like have it like just have the computer fight itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice seeing like all the little dynamic changes in the camera angles and all that stuff. Like it was a spectacle.
It was the Xbox versions, Xbox version of like Fight Night for 360. Remember when Fight Night Round 3 came out for 360? How amazing that game looked.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that game was incredible looking. What else is incredible looking? Control Resonant.
Yeah, that does look good.
That game has some Inception stuff going on in there. It looks really good. I am a little like, I don't want to say turned off because I'm not, but like the melee combat stuff, like I was really looking forward to like the third person shooting mixed with the powers again. Also, like I miss Jesse. I don't want to play as the brother. I want to play as Jesse. Where's Jesse at? Yeah. Are we going to get a dual protagonist thing like we did with Alan Wake 2?
I mean, Jesse was in the lake house.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't play Alan Wake 2 though, so I don't know what I'm even trying to talk about. Gosh, I hated Alan Wake 1, dude. I was so excited when that was over. I tried though, man. I finished it. I gave it the old college try, as they say. But let's see here. What's next on this? Crimson Moon. Half human, half angel protagonists.
Is that
at first? When I saw this, I was thinking this was Dante's Inferno, or at least the Dante game that was supposedly announced like last year.
I don't remember Dante's Inferno game announcement.
Yeah,
I don't either.
There's a remake, or not a remake, but there's I think it was called The Divine Comedy.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I don't remember that. No. I like Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, well, they're making the Dante's Inferno remake that's not tied to the one that...
There's only one remake announced at this thing that really matters, and we'll get there in a minute. But which I texted LeRon instantly when I saw that. Because I feel like he's the only one that's just as excited as I am for that. But
yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah. Beast of Reincarnation also shown. I don't really have much to say about that.
Fluffy dog.
Here's a fluffy dog. I think
it's going to do good.
Maybe Pokemon Gen 10 will look this good.
No, it will not. People are
Dude, there's like 30 seconds. This trailer probably cost more than the entire last 3 Pokemon games.
I know a lot of people were looking at the Monster Hunter Stories 3, and they're like, okay, Game Freaks, what do you have to say about it now? Because it just looks so much better.
Yeah. Man, don't. There's been like 6 times tonight I could have gone off on a tirade, and this Pokemon conversation was one of them. Like, all right, I'm moving on now. Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition is out now, actually. I really liked this game. I had the Game Boy Advance version of this. I really liked it. It was really hard, but I really, really loved it.
Well, you get 120 new levels with this one.
I know. There's 120 new levels. There's 5 versions of the game, right? There's the PS1, Saturn, GBA, and then there's like that prototype Super Nintendo version. I think they said what, Game Boy Color version?
I don't remember.
I know the Super Nintendo one was the prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I will be playing the Game Boy Advance version because that's the version I know, and I'll get there eventually at some point. But it's I think it's $29.99. I think the anniversary collection is. I saw on Switch 2. So for you Rayman fans, it's very exciting. Mina the Hollowware got a new trailer. There's a demo out on PS5. No release date yet, but it does say spring 2026. So look, I want this game. I want them to take all the time they need and can take on this, and then it sells well, and everybody cheers for Yacht Club like we did every time a new Shovel Knight expansion came out. And then I'll buy the amiibo when they come out, and the plush and the things, and we'll all be happy. Neva Prologue, story expanding DLC for last year's Neva, which was a great game from Nomada Studio. They also did Gree, which was a game that I really, really loved. That DLC is relatively cheap too. I think it's only $4.99. Yako Shinobi Ops, that 4-player stealth game that everybody thought was Tenchu for the first 10 seconds of the trailer until they said it wasn't.
I've got my eye on that because like it has the potential to be like the successor. Yeah,
it looks cool. I wonder how co-op-y that's going to be, or if you can play that without, single player-y without having to, join other people. But it looks cool. Definitely, the isometric stealth thing looks really interesting. Project Windless, the chicken game.
Never knew I wanted to be a giant chicken beating thousands of people.
Yeah,
but now I do.
Just wait for the Peter Griffin mod on PC. So this is based off a Korean folk tale, apparently. So this is kind of like their Black Myth Wukong, essentially. This is the bird that drinks tears is the story, but I don't really know the story.
Just out of 1,000 people.
Yeah, but definitely gonna be drinking some tears.
Dick.
I mean that's one thick chicken. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my gosh. Whew. One would say that was one big cock.
Yeah, it's big and juicy.
You guys just couldn't help yourself, could you?
LeRon,
gobble gobble.
One of us had to say it. It looks really cool though. I'm like, I never knew I wanted a Muso where you play as a giant chicken, but here we are. This is Craft on Montreal, so a Canadian team making this.
Cashing in on the whatchamacallit, the Black Myth Wukong, because that definitely had a stylistic like that.
Yeah. Well, you left right when I said this, but it's based off of Korean folklore.
Yeah.
That is kind of seems similar from a combat perspective, seemingly, apparently. So, it looks cool. Can't wait. I will hopefully be playing this at some point. Star Wars Galactic Racer. Our pod racing fans were excited for Ben Quadranero being shown at the end with Sebulba in pod racers. So that's cool, I guess. Wish they would have just made a pod racing game.
There's no way Sebulba's still alive, is he? There's no way, right?
Sabal's in the sequel trilogy, I think, right? Is he not?
I don't remember. If he is, he was definitely a cameo.
Yeah, I mean, he
Like-
wasn't like a major character or anything, but he was definitely in there somewhere, I think.
I don't remember.
Unless
that.
it wasn't him, it was just a different alien of that race. But I don't know. I wish they would have just made a pod racing game, but at the end of the day, who cares? It's Star Wars racing. It looks nice. There's a lot of burnout in that.
Pod. Drive the pod. Some of us will drive speed bikes.
It's true. That is true. They showed another trailer for 007 First Light. Looks cool.
I really want to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is looking like it's going to fill my need for an Uncharted game.
Yeah, it definitely has an Uncharted feel to it.
Yeah.
Nice story-driven single-player shooter.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how much Hitman is implemented into this game.
And plus, like, this is like a really cool iteration of James Bond.
Yeah, it's the guy who plays him is the guy that plays Dexter in that prequel series on Showtime. So I wonder how much. I don't know. I wonder if that's why they are waiting to announce who the next Bond is for the movies. I mean, I'm sure they don't want to tie this game to the movies. They want it to
I don't think the game has any bearing on the movie.
Right now, it seems like Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I think they don't know what they want to do with the movie series, to be perfectly honest.
They should have just cast Idris Elba and gotten 3 movies out of him, and then we would still be in the same position we're in now.
Now, Daniel Craig changed Bond way too much that, like, if they went back to campy Bond, is that even going to be, like, are people going to enjoy that anymore?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, nah, they can't do campy Bond. They gotta do like basically do super cool Bond.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think you could. I still think if you did like Henry Cavill, you could get away with doing both.
Henry Cavill doesn't even look like James Bond.
See, I think he looks like the ideal Bond, and he was the runner-up to Craig. He was going to get it if Craig turned it down. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. It doesn't matter. They'll pick some British guy that nobody knows who he is until
people know who he is. There's a very heavy hand to people think is the next Bond.
I mean, the last rumor I saw was Aaron Taylor Johnson, but
that was the last rumor I saw.
Because he's the one that actually had apparently the watch company almost always chooses the next Bond, and he was seen sporting that watch.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways, 007 First Light, May. Looks good. Where am I at here? All right. So Metal Gear, we're starting to get into some of the Konami stuff. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection 2 is finally announced. Guns of the Patriots and Peace Walker.
Yay! People can now play Guns of the Patriots.
As well as the Game Boy game, Ghost Babel, I think is what it's called, right? So
that's part of it?
That game was so good. Yep.
It was, yeah.
So that's coming as well. Darwin's Paradox.
Pat already talked about that.
Pat talked about it earlier in the show. Castlevania Belmont's Curse. Dude, I'm not a Castlevania person. I would like to be someday. Dude, this game, in my opinion, visually was the best looking game of the show. In my opinion, visually.
That's strong words.
I thought the art direction was so strong in this. And like that finishing shot with the castle. Oh. And the fact that they were going with Motion Twin and what was the other company? Evil Empire, right? To do this was like, oh my gosh, that's a no-brainer, dude. This game's gonna sell. This game's gonna be so good. Like right off the bat, I can tell you, you guys know how I feel about roguelikes. Dude, I put like 20 hours into Dead Cells because the combat was so good. So that'll tell you something.
Yeah, no, it's we probably should have seen it coming when they gave that team the Castlevania expansion.
Yeah, but they also gave the Vampire Survivors, guys, Castlevania stuff too. So,
Oh, and the rumor is this isn't the only Castlevania announcement we're going to get this year.
I know. Where's my Lords of Shadow 3? Nobody wants that.
Not happening because Lords of Shadow got completed with 2.
I know. No, and nobody wants that. Although I would like some like Castlevania 3D game collections at some point, or I'm sure those N64 ones will pop up on NSO at some point.
We need to get the N64 ones, and we need to get the PlayStation 2 ones back. The PlayStation 2 ones were amazing. The Lament of Innocence and the Curse of Darkness. Those were good games.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with Castlevania. Konami, man, they're pulling up. They're pulling up. They're pulling some Atari stuff right now when they're making smart, good decisions. In my opinion,
you know what? I can almost forgive them for abandoning me as a child.
Well, people change, Pat.
It's like they just came back now that I'm an adult, and they're like, "Son, I know you're rich now and you can take care of me. So let's regain this like relationship that we once had. Here's another Castlevania game and another Silent Hill and some new IPs that look freaking awesome."
Yeah. It looks solid. Silent Hill Townfall also coming in 2026. Man, Silent Hill really rolling
Silent Hill's
out
having quite the revival. Like if you told me we'd see like 5 Silent Hill titles in less than 5 years, I'd be like, you're crazy.
Yeah. And then Rev Noir was announced, and that had like a real near meets like that had a real near vibe to it. Yeah. So that I thought that game looked really cool.
It looked phenomenal.
Yeah. Untitled. There was an untitled John Wick game. It was just called John Wick, but Keanu Reeves reprising his role.
Yo, the ultra violence in that trailer alone was like, okay, I want to play this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and at the end he's just like, yeah. And then it just flashes to John Wick. That's cool. They showed a new trailer for Marathon. The server slam is February 26th. The game is out March 5th. It looks much better than it did during the alpha phase. I mean, that's expected, but definitely a lot of positivity going into this game, which wasn't something I would have said 3 or 4 months ago, considering everything this game has gone through critically. But it looks good. It's coming out at a time where Arc Raiders is kind of down in player count. It looks good. Marathon looks good. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Bungie fan. I'm saying it because it looks good. So they gave us some PlayStation Plus updates. Spider-Man 2, Tekken Dark Resurrection, Time Crisis are all being added soon. Big Walk, which is like a cooperative hiking adventure. They showed off more of Suros. The X-Men are coming to Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, which, man, dude, when Storm started talking, I'm like, that's Storm. Instantly recognizable. She looks awesome too, by the way. So it's Storm, Wolverine, Magic, and Danger are all joining the roster. And
I love how they created a brand new character with Danger, because basically Danger is just like a personification of the Danger Room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'm really excited to see how the X-Men fare in this.
Yeah.
And then they ended on 2 God of War announcements. 1, the God of War trilogy, the entire trilogy being remade, which was the first game has been rumored to be remade for a long time. I was like, okay, this is the remake of the first game. And they had the one. They showed the 1, and then they showed the 2, and then they showed the 3 with the Omega symbol in the middle. And
so are they just putting it all? Are they basically doing a legacy collection like what they do with Uncharted, or
nope, from the ground up remake, the entire trilogy?
Well, that's what I meant, though. Are they putting all 3 in one bundle?
Yeah. I mean, those
Lord
games are short.
mercy.
They're only like 8-hour games. That first one's like 6 hours.
True. That is true. You're right about that. But
and like
still,
you could kind of really tie it all together.
You got the scenario and everything all written, so it's not like I doubt they're adding anything new to this unless they want to try and gear it towards this rumored Egyptian direction that they want to go next.
Yeah, we'll see. This was like the most excited I think I've been for a PlayStation announcement in a long time. Probably since the Wolverine announcement, honestly. And then God of War: Sons of Sparta, the 2D pixel art prequel starring Kratos and Deimos is out now, and that game looks really
fun.
Too. Yeah,
Metroidvania-ish.
Yep. So good on Sony.
I heard it's huge too. Like a lot of people say they spent a lot of time on it and only gotten like a small percentage done.
Yeah, which is good because it's relatively cheap too. I think it's only $30.
Yeah, $30.
So,
and shout out to seeing the OG Kratos, TC Carson, like host that whole segment.
Oh my gosh, he was like trying to seduce me during that announcement. I thought I was like, "What? Am I still watching the State of Play, or is this some? Did I change channels on accident?
Is this State of Play After Dark? What's happening?"
So yeah, that was your State of Play. We're not going to get to the Nintendo Direct tonight, but that's fine.
Trust me, that was a good 70 minutes well spent last week if you caught it.
Yeah, it was definitely their best State of Play and maybe ever.
Yeah, when they said when the announcement was like over an hour's worth of content, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was good.
We're usually used to getting like 40 minutes at best
of like mediocre content.
They gave us 70 minutes. Like what? Yep. Like what's happening?
Yeah, it was great.
We got the Konami revival.
Yeah,
that was like 20 minutes. Otherwise, it would just been a normal State of Play.
Well, I'm glad that they announced the Metal Gear Legacy Collection 2. You know, like that's another series that I am incredibly not. I've never really played them, so.
And they added patches to the original Legacy Collection for Metal Gear Solid 3 and what was the one?
It was the first one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. 60 frames.
Yeah, they fixed the frame rate.
Yeah.
But they also enhanced the graphics of a Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
Yeah. So good on them. Good on Konami. Good on Sony. State of Play. Go watch it. But that's it. We are out of time, everybody. So I want to thank you all for watching and listening to this episode of the Boss Rush Podcast. You can catch us live on Wednesday nights on YouTube, Twitch, and that platform formerly known as Twitter. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Boss Rush Network. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. LeRon, Pat, thank you for your time tonight. As always.
Always a pleasure.
Everybody out there, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching and or listening. And until next time, we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Francisco Santillan, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., and Fitzpatrick. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.